Hi viewers, and welcome to another episode of On the Farm, where we are vocal about everything local. I am 𝗧𝗵𝗲 𝗠𝗶. On this episode, we will be highlighting our Patron for Agri-Expo 30. But before we get into it, we take a short break and be right back after this.
Come, join the celebration. It's Agri-Expo 30.
The lifeblood of our land is agriculture. Planting, securing our island's future. Agro-processing, fishing, beekeeping, poultry rearing, hydroponics, food technology, and also livestock farming. Agriculture on display. Come celebrate with me. Agriculture on display. Come celebrate with me.
Rooted in history, utilizing land and sea. It's Agri-Expo 30 on Thursday, March 26th and Friday, March 27th, 2026 at the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗂𝗏 Park in Charlestown.
Come celebrate with me. Agriculture on display. Come celebrate with me. Agriculture on display. Come celebrate with me.
Welcome back, viewers. I have my guest for today joining me, and he is our patron for Agri-Expo 30. First, I'm going to ask him to introduce himself.
Good morning. My name is Mario Liburd, and I'm glad to be here this morning.
All right, Mario, welcome to On the Farm.
Thank you very much.
Tell the viewers, how did you get involved with agriculture?
First, when I started in 91 with Mr. Ford Paris. I used to work at the ginnery, and all of a sudden he told me not to come back by the ginnery, to go at agriculture. And from at that time until that time, I was there. Yeah.
And then after the ginnery, you went to where?
Agriculture.
Agriculture
Up
department.
at the department.
All right.
Yeah.
What did you used to do at the department?
What I used to do at the department, first I used to look at the field, like to spray, like cucumbers, carrots, and cabbage. And all of a sudden, first they started to do onions. And I had wanted to know what onion is all about, because I never see onion grow. And when Mr. Powell, that's 𝗧𝗵𝗲, said to us that he's going to plant onions, so we prepared, the field was prepared, and all of a sudden he started to plant, and he told me to get a 𝗔𝗵𝗲 oil, that kerosene oil, and he started to spray. He told me, no matter what, some going to burn, but no problem. And after I did it, when I look in the field and they started to mature, and I look in the field, I was so amazed, because the only that was coming up was the onion. There was no grass, nothing. And it comes for quite a while. And when they started to grow and I saw how onion come, it was amazing. Because in those days, onion that I see now, it do not compare to what I used to know. Because how big my head is, onion used to be like that. It used to got jumbo, different sizes. And I was amazed to see how onion come. And after that, I started to deal with cotton. On all the project, I work on cotton. Maddens, you name it, anyway that cotton used to grow in Nevis. And I remember that there was a gentleman by the name of Hector. I couldn't get no ease with Mr. Hector, because even sometime at 5 o'clock at morning times, Hector used to come and rap on my door. And I said to Mr. Hector, I don't ready yet. I haven't eat my breakfast yet and thing. He said, man, come, let me go. And I went and I sprayed cotton from 5 o'clock in the morning, go all the way. And it was a joy in those days to be working with agriculture. And even after I moved to agriculture, I went to small farm. And it was nice working at small farm also. But there's a gentleman I have to give honor to by the name of 𝗏𝗲𝗍𝗏, because Mr. Jeffers is the one that taught me what to do with corn plowing. Because both of us had a relationship that I didn't see nobody else had in agriculture. And I used to say I'm sorry that 𝗏𝗲 had to stop. And all of a sudden, it come a time that I have to stop too.
Okay, so where did your interest go to work at the small farm unit in terms of getting into machinery?
Okay, first before that, I used to work at up on the office up in the where the place name again?
Propagation?
Propagation. And there was a gentleman that used to be on my case by the name of Parry. And I do not know that Parry have things against me, but Mr. Merchant was a gentleman, said to me one day, he called me at the office and he told me I must not come up at the office to go at small farm. And from that day, I work at small farm. I cannot say how many years, but in all my years I work at agriculture, it was 30-something years. 30-something years I worked for agriculture. And it was a joy. I was happy knowing that when I left home at morning, I just go to work and had that in mind, that I'm going to work, do a daily task, and not for a daily work.
What were your favorite parts of the job? So you started as a spray guy, then you transitioned into working in the field, and then you went to small farms. What was your favorite part out of the 30-something years you worked with the agriculture department?
Working at the tractor. Go at the farmers, talking to farmers and asking them things and so. But working with the farmers, plowing with them, it was my joy. It was a joy doing that.
On a little side note, we know that a nickname for you that persons know you as is
Ford.
Ford. Good.
Ford.
Do you think that name might have came with working on Ford-made brand tractors?
I can tell you something, right? When it come around Ford, and as I can listen, when the people call me Ford, they used to call me Small Ford, because there was a gentleman in agriculture used to name John Paris, and his nickname used to be Ford. So when people used to call Ford, they do not know who they're speaking about. So Mr. Paris said to them, I am Big Ford, and the next one is Small Ford. So when you want Ford, you just got to know which one the Ford you want. So I am Ford, but Ford is a part of my name, because my full name is Mario Rutherford Liburd. But a lot of people think that Ford is my real name, but Ford is not a real name. Ford is a nickname. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Take us on a typical day of what you used to do working in agriculture at your favorite location. So tell us a typical day how you used to operate in small farms.
Okay, first how I used to work from 7 to 3. I used to go at morning times, go in the field, see what wanted to be done. And when the sun is out, I go in the field and I do it. But after, I think we used to got some soil under the shed, I go and I back it out. I think we plant seeds. We used to do by the seeding. But now first thing we used to do sealing. But the way that they're doing it now is to compare to what I know. We used to put it in the ground, but now they use it in trays. But in the late, I know about the trays. But in the early part, when I started to work there, I used to go we used to hoe up the ground, do it like a bed, and we plant the seed and they do it by the rows. And that row used to cost $5 a row. If you want a half row, that is $2.50. But them said that people is really taking too much. The people is robbing them. So all of a sudden they start to doing trees. So I don't know how much the tree costs.
I think it depends on what it is. Sometimes you have a range from 20, 25 up to
Okay.
30.
So all the time they spent is $5. I know. $5.
Okay. For Open Day, how was your contribution for Agri Open Day or Agri-Expo in the past?
Okay, Agriculture Day was wonderful. I used to love it. I used to love it when it started. First it started up at agriculture,
Prospect.
at Prospect. And he used to only do for one day. And I used to argue. And I used to say, this thing that we're doing here is not for one day. And it should not be for one day. I talking to myself. I used to go to this side and sit down and I say, so many people come in and one day is not enough. And I said, they can't do it for 2 days or for 3. Because like I watched and the people used to come and like you enjoy themselves and thing and so on. As you go in the field, you go with them in the field and you show them the different way that they planting and the different things and so. And all of a sudden them thing and then go out and the villa. And when got on the villa, it was a joy to think at the villa and especially when he putting up tents. We used to at the tent and we used to there until all midnight, putting up tents and so.
Yes, I have my days of that.
Yeah, putting up tents and so on. It was a joy taking down and put it up. Yeah.
So were you one of the persons responsible for commuting things from Prospect down to the villa and now we're in the...
Yes. I used to do it. Used to tractor with a trailer and I used to transport through and fro. Yeah.
Okay. Now for this year, you are our patron. How do you feel to be recognized as the patron for Agri-Expo 30?
It was a joy to know that all the work that I did, the people and they still have me on their mind, to acknowledge me for all the work that I did and to say, tell me thanks for all the years I was with them. And I also appreciate for what they have done for me.
I'm thinking it's very fitting because you worked there for 30-something years and we're at 30.
Yeah.
So you would have definitely been a major contributor for agriculture over the 30-something years.
Yes.
How do you see, did you ever see yourself receiving such an award?
Never. All I was concentrating in those days is just work for the department because my heart and my soul was on agriculture. I just used to love the work. I used to love it. And some other co-worker didn't love me to know that I used to put out my all and people, some of them used to say that, oh, are you doing this because of the bassman? And I said, no, I know what I used to do for the government and I put my foot in front. And I used to love the job, just love the job.
Listening to you can hear the dedication and I can
used
also
to
hear
love
the
the job.
passion. So we
Yeah.
can definitely tell that you used to love your job. All right. You said you were there from when it was started in Prospect.
Okay.
How do you feel now to see that you have reached thus far after 30 years?
It's very good, very good, very good. Yeah.
What are some of the individuals that would have impacted you over the years?
Okay, some of the people that
are the people, yeah.
have been impacted in my life, it was Mr. 𝗧𝗵𝗲 but there's a gentleman I have to give credit to is Mr. Merchant, because he was my first director. And I used to admire him when he used to be, and I used to watch him. And all I had to do was got to laugh, because anything that I see that the farmers and them used to want, Mr. Merchant used to go all the way out to help them. And that was a love in my heart. And the way that I used to see things and so on. After Mr. Merchant, you still got a gentleman by 𝗧𝗵𝗿. He used to have a gentleman by the name of Kelvin Swanston. And he got a next young lady by the name of Vanessa Tyson. And there are so many names, but I cannot really.
Too much to mention.
Too much, yeah.
But
too
they
much.
made a great impact.
Yeah.
All right. What advice would you give to young persons who are interested in agriculture?
All advice I will give them that if you are passionate and you love the job, do not go in for the money. Do not go in for the money. Just go in that you want to do something for your country. Because if you go in with a bad intention, you're not going to get nothing. But go in with a positive mind and say that what I'm going to do, I want to be an impact in agriculture. And that I did, to do an impact to see how agriculture is today. And I'm really, really proud of it. But I'm sorry to say that I would like to come back, but
We understand the situation.
as you're out, you stay out. But agriculture always on my mind. Although I'm home, my co-workers and so on still on my mind. Yeah.
And we're happy to hear that. And young people, as he would have rightfully said, don't come into it with an intention of just coming into it. Make sure that when you come, you put your best foot forward and make that impact. And as you can see, just like him, you're going to reap your rewards in the future, because he's our patron for this year. So at some point, you also might get your recognition. Mr. Ford, thank you so very much for your contribution through Agri-Expo and to the Department and Ministry of Agriculture, and by extension, agriculture sector on the island of Nevis. You would have done your good deed. You would have done your great work. And as you say, your name is still resonated to persons within the department, outside of the department, because you would have been a stellar while you were performing at the Department of Agriculture. So thank you for your great work.
No problem. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Fresh local fruit and vegetables produced for our nourishment. Buy local, eat local.
And there you have it, viewers. Another episode of On the Farm. We were vocal about everything local. Just to recap this episode, we were able to hear more about our patron for Agri-Expo 30, Mr. Mario Liburd, where he was able to tell us of his contribution to agriculture over the years while he worked with the department. I'm here to remind you, Agri-Expo 30, save your dates, March 26 and 27, right at the ETW Park. Don't miss it. Until next time, I am 𝗧𝗵𝗲 𝗠𝗶. Bye!